Good morning, Mount Pleasant Elementary School students. Rosie and Miss Perhai here, and we are going to be creating a snowflake today, but not just any kind of snowflake today. We're going to be creating a 3-dimensional snowflake today. And how we do this is there's going to be a template that you can print out. It's going to make your life a lot easier. If you don't have a template, I'll show you how to make it without a printer, or how you can create the template yourself. But you're going to need, if you use the template, you're only going to need 1 sheet of paper. But if you don't use the template, you're going to need 6 sheets of paper. So I hope that you have fun doing this really cool 3-dimensional snowflake. And I can't wait to see how yours turn out. Let's get started. For this project, you're going to need the template sheet or a white sheet of paper. You're going to need scissors. You're going to need a pencil. You're going to need some tape or glue if you have it, a glue stick. You're going to need some heart to put in your art. So go ahead and hit the pause button and collect your materials. The first direction, if you're using the template, is going to be super easy. You're just going to cut out each individual square. You should have 6 squares after you have cut them out of the printed template. If you do not have a printer at home and you want to just use white paper, that's fine. You're going to need 6 sheets and you're going to need to fold them and cut into a perfect square, kind of like we did when we did our origami project. Your snowflake will turn out a little bit bigger than mine, but it'll still be really beautiful. So go ahead and make 6 squares in a different white sheet of paper. Great, now comes the folding part. If you're using the template, it's going to be pretty easy for you. You're just going to fold it in half on that line, and then you're going to fold it in half again. Your little dotted lines should be showing because this is going to show you where to cut later. So you're just going to tape every single individual piece of square and you're going to fold them in half twice, making a tiny triangle. If you aren't using the template and you're using the big sheets of paper, you're going to do the same thing, except at the end I'm going to show you how to draw the lines onto your paper. So if you're using the big sheet of paper, you're going to do the same thing where you have a square, right, because you made them. Then you're going to fold it in half and fold it in half again. This is going to create a triangle. And on your triangle, you're going to draw 3 lines. The line that's closest to the outside point is going to be your longest line. So it's going to be a small line, a short line, and then your longest line is going to be on the end. And they're not going to connect to the end. You're going to leave a little space on the edge. Do you see the space? So you should have 3 lines. And this is going to be where you cut. So when your line stops, you're actually going to stop cutting because you don't want to cut the triangle apart. You just want to have little slits, kind of like a hula skirt. And so you're just going to cut on those dotted lines. When the line stops, stop cutting. So tell me when to stop. Stop, right. Stop, stop. Good job. So you're just going to continue to cut those little slits in all of your triangles, and you should have 6. If you're using the non-template and you're making your own, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to stop when your line stops. So you're just going to cut along those edges and you'll stop as soon as your little line stops. Not cutting your triangle apart, but just cutting them into little slits of paper. Cool. Let's get started to opening them up. So like I said, the next step, you're going to just open up your triangles into your squares carefully because you don't want to rip any of your slits. So carefully take your hands and unfold your little triangles, or your big triangles, whichever ones you're doing, and lay them flat on your work area. Great, this next part's a little tricky, so you're going to want to pull off some pieces of tape and or glue, whatever you have, and you're also going to want to get a pencil handy. You're going to rotate this square so that it forms a diamond shape. You're going to glue the innermost pairs of flaps together by the tips, so by the points of the diamond. You can use a pencil to bring the pair of flaps together if your square is super small. So press the tips together. If you're gluing, you're going to want to hold it for a few seconds, or you can just tape. And once you have those tips taped into a little loop, you can pull your pencil out. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to actually flip your diamond over to the opposite side. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to flip it over. Then I'm going to repeat the same steps with the next outermost points. And so you're going to do it opposite side that is facing you. So glue the second pair of flaps together by the tips or tape them and press for a few few seconds so it stays. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to glue the third pair of points. So turn your paper over again and glue the third pair of tips of your diamond going around. And you're going to turn the paper over one last time and glue the outermost flaps to the tips. You're just going to finish making the snowflakes arms. And so you should have this little kind of diamond shape. You're going to do the same thing to every single square that you have cut and folded. I'm going to go ahead and pull off some pieces of tape because I found that that's easiest for me. If you're using a glue stick, I think that that might also work. I just wanted to try tape in this project because I knew some of you would have that at home as well. So either one would work. Remember, you're going to tape the points together, flip, and then tape the next points together. And it's just a process. It's a pattern. If you mess up on one, don't worry. You can always fix it. Or if it comes unglued, you can always try to glue it again. You're going to continue to repeat these steps for your next 4 little parts of the snowflake. If this part is getting super tricky for you, ask for a parent to help you or someone that is working with you to help you. Sometimes I have to have Josh pull off the tape for me so it's ready. Sometimes teamwork, it makes the dream work. So I'm wrapping up my last little square or diamond and I'm taping the points together. And then I'm going to get ready to assemble them into the bigger part of my snowflake. So now we have pieces and we're going to paste them together kind of like a puzzle to make a really nice snowflake. So I'm just going to lay 3 on top, putting the edges to the center. Do you see how it's starting to form a snowflake? And I'm going to go ahead and start to tape 2 together. I'm going to put the points together and I'm just going to tape them in the center. I'm going to add another one and I'm just going to keep adding them like a flower or a snowflake. So I'm going to add them in the middle and then maybe I'll even just work on 3 and 3 and then I'll piece them together in one big parts, two parts. Pretty cool, right? There's no right or wrong how you put these pieces together. You just want them to create a snowflake image. So adding the little points into the middle is going to help, and then you can glue or tape them together and you should create a 3-dimensional snowflake. So how do you think this looks? Pretty cool, right? If you wanted to staple the middle, I bet that would work too. You could hole punch a little piece in the top and you could hang this in your windowsill. I think it would be really cool looking. Remember to upload an image or a video showing me your 3D snowflake onto Canvas. I hope that you found this project fun and I can't wait to see your creations.